with Chief Meteorologist Jesse Walker.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's our winter weather folklore of the night. The darker the woolly worm, the more severe the winter will be. This is one I've heard people talk a lot about. By the way, that woolly worm, there's one we found not far from my house just 2 or 3 weeks ago. Sometimes people say, well, it's dark on the ends and kind of brown in between. Well, that would be a harsh start to the winter, mild in the middle, and a hard end to the winter. But a lot of them I've seen have been dark. See what you think. There may not be many of them out there right now with all this cold weather. My winter outlook, though, we're down to less than a week now. It'll be at this time, 6 o'clock Eastern on November 20th. That is next Tuesday. And also check out our 3 sponsor locations because we're going to have brochures out there with additional information, and ice scrapers will be available while supplies last in those 3 locations, the sponsors for this year's Walker's Winter Outlook. I've also encouraged you, if you want to follow along on my social media, on my Facebook page, I've put some videos up there of things that we look at when doing winter weather outlooks, things that you might find interesting, and of course also kind of keep you up to date on the weather as well. Hey, Alyssa put together a pretty good graphic here. I wanted to show you this. This is from yesterday's high temperatures nationwide. Anything in a blue shading would be below normal. The only place in the entire country above normal, West Coast, of course we've got the fire problems, along the Gulf Coast and the Southeast. Look at that. The rest of the country below normal on the temperatures for highs yesterday. So we're not alone. And look at this. For the first time in this early winter season, winter storm watch. The southwestern 6 counties, this is tomorrow night, not tonight, but tomorrow night, through Thursday, mid to late morning, we think a little bit more snow will fall in some of those southwestern counties, a little bit of a mix everywhere else. 33 degrees, our high today. 25, that's where we are now. That is our low for the day. We've been 20 degrees below normal. Trace amounts of snow fell during the overnight hours. Just a little dusting here and there, nothing big. Sunrise, sunset for tomorrow. Basically, we're down to 10 hours of daylight. River Stage 11.4, and it is on the way down. Currently in Terre Haute right now, we're 26, but the wind chill is 18 because we've got those northwest winds at 8 miles per hour. These are the temperatures in the 20s. These are the wind chills in the teens. This is more like December than it is mid-November. Somewhat drier air moving in across the area that has helped to clear some of the clouds. Some of the clouds are still holding on here in our southwestern counties, and that trend will continue this evening. A little bit slower to clear the clouds out of the southeast and the rest of the area, looking at least partly cloudy skies. So here we go. With the timing on this next system, you're okay during the day tomorrow, and even tomorrow evening, you're okay. It's going to be tomorrow night. Watch what happens. We get down here in the southeastern areas. We'll stop the clock here for you at about 1:20 a.m. Thursday. Just coming into the southeast, a mix. Then as we get into the rest of the overnight, that mix expands. So now here's 7 a.m. Thursday. More snow in the southwest and kind of a mix. This will be sleet, freezing rain, maybe rain-snow mix, but a mix across much of the area. Then as we get into later, we may see it go to some raindrops for a while in the east, then changes to all snow showers by Thursday afternoon and eventually moves out. So it could be tricky late tomorrow night and into the first part of Thursday. One thing that we'll have to watch for is the possibility of some sleet and freezing rain. I think a little bit heavier to the south. But again, here's 3 a.m. Thursday. I think we're good until after 3 a.m. But then you'll see some of these areas, including Terre Haute, Greencastle, could be up to 1/10 of an inch of maybe some sleet, freezing rain. Could cause some slick roadways, so just take that into account. The wind also will pick up a little bit behind this system coming in from the north. And by the way, you can almost see the track of the low pressure. There it is, centered over about Spencer by 4 p.m. on Thursday. That's why a little bit more snow west and a little bit more of a mix in the eastern counties. That system will move on, so we dry out as we head into Friday. The system for the weekend doesn't look too impressive. Limited amount of moisture, as you can see Sunday morning. That'll clear on out, and still cold weather even into the weekend. Eventually, I think we'll see somewhat warmer weather, though, as we head into the middle of next week. So here's your forecast for tonight. Clearing and cold, 19 the low. During the day tomorrow, look for increasing clouds, but we're okay during the day. Nighttime mix changes to snow, 38 for the daytime high tomorrow. And it's tomorrow night into Thursday morning we've got to keep an eye on because of that mix, 35. So once we warm up, I mean, the main roads will be in pretty good shape, but in the morning, Thursday could be a problem. And anything we get will melt off. 40 on Friday, 41 on Saturday, and about 43 by next Tuesday. But it'll be that Thursday morning time period, guys, that we got to watch for the possibility of some travel problems.
All those lows in the 20s. Yeah. My attention.
Not liking that either.
Grant Pugh, sports director here, talking about basketball.